Hello EWRSD, this is Kevin McGill from your IT department making a video about the Windows Ink Workspace. I'm going to be talking a lot about using your pen, so I suggest you have your pen out when going through this video. In the lower right hand corner, we have a pen that looks like it's drawing a squiggly line. If we were to press on that with our pen, it will bring up the Windows Ink Workspace. We're going to work in the three modules, the sticky notes, sketchpad, and screen sketch. But the first thing we have to do is at the very bottom is Pen and Windows Ink settings. So let's go in there, and then we'll be presented with the Pen and Windows Ink settings window. We need to go through these settings and have them right. If they're wrong, it may negatively impact our experience with the Ink workspace. So the first setting is choose which hand you write with. I'm lefty, so I chose left hand. And then there's also right hand, so choose which one you are. Show visual effects, show cursor, ignore touch input. When I'm using my pen, I suggest that's on. You don't want any foreign input from your hand or anything while you're using your pen. Some people with the show cursor, some people don't like seeing the cursor when they have the pen. Like if you get very close with the pen, you see a cursor. You can turn that off, and then you can also turn it back on again if you wish. It's all personal preference. If we keep scrolling down actually to get more towards the bottom, we have the pen shortcuts. Now, this will be very important so that you can have a nice, smooth, consistent workflow while you are working. You can actually summon actions with the button that's on the back of the pen. It's kind of flush with the pen. It's not pronounced like it shows in the graphic, but there is a button there that you can actually press. Now, I have, for pressing that button one time, I have the Ink Workspace opening with Screen Sketch. Now we haven't gone over Screen Sketch yet, but I suggest with whether it is clicking once, whether it is double clicking that button, or whether you're holding that button, which does work with our pens, by the way, even though it says only supported on some pens, it does work. But either way, you should really have that Screen Sketch associated with one of these button actions, because you're going to find Screen Sketch in the near future to be very beneficial to the way that you present your information to your students as well as your fellow teachers. Okay, so go through some of these menus. You can see you can associate nothing with it, but you can also associate the workspace, OneNote. You can launch an app with it. You can launch an app that's universal to Windows 10, that's like native to Windows 10, or even OneNote 2016. It all depends on how you work and what your workflow is. But if you were to choose Ink Workspace, a second context menu appears, and then drop-down menu, I should say. And then now you can also choose what application within Workspace you would like to run. But I do suggest a Screen Sketch. Okay, but that's it. In Windows 10, there's no OK or cancel or anything. Any setting that you choose is just instantly taken by the operating system. So you can just hit the X in the upper right-hand corner when you are finished. And then let's go back into the Ink Workspace. Let's start with sticky notes. So we're going to press sticky notes with our pen. It's going to actually put like a shadowy overlay on your screen, and it's going to give you a digital notepad to work off of. So if you are a person with a lot of notes, maybe you have a lot of sticky notes on your desk, you might find digital notes to be better for you. So if you were to actually write on the note, buy more pretzels. I have food on the mind because I'm kind of hungry. I should have had a bigger lunch. But yeah, buy more pretzels. In the upper left-hand corner is the plus sign. If you want to add another note, you can. It'll just give you another note. You can drag the note by clicking on the colored bar at the top. You can also, if you want to, you can actually make the note more skinny, and you can shorten it or enlarge it. Whatever you want to do. You can adjust it. You have the three horizontal dots here to change different colors. The customization isn't very specific, but you can choose the colors. You have a limited number of colors, and then you also can't choose your ink. So you'll notice, let's do here. I'm going to delete it by pressing on the trash can in the upper right-hand corner. If I actually change the colors, you'll see better here. Like if I choose dark purple, then my ink is more brownish color. Like you can't really choose your color theme. I mean, you can choose your theme, but you can't choose like the more specific things within the note. All right. So once you are finished creating your note, you can hit the X on the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and then your note will remain on your screen. You can drag it around and adjust it however you want to do it. Okay. And remember, you don't have to go back into the sticky notes module, you can actually make sure that your note is active and then hit the plus on the upper left-hand corner of your note to just add another note. I'm going to delete this note, and it's going to say, are you sure? I want to delete it. And then let's go back into the next module. So let's bring up that workspace again. And then our second one is Sketchpad. It's literally a sketchpad. It's a blank canvas. It allows you to draw. Maybe you want to write something out, what have you, draw a scene. You have tools available to you up top. They're very basic. They're not very difficult. You should be able just to press your tool again for the options. And then you can see you have a wide array of colors available to you. And then you even have like the thickness of what you want your writing to be. And then when you do start writing, and this kind of blew my mind earlier too, you can actually be very soft with your pressure. And then when you actually apply more pressure, your line gets thicker. Isn't that incredible? Like, I was completely amazed by that. If you hit pencil and then hit pencil again to bring up its options, you can then choose blue, for example, or you can change the thickness of your pencil line, and like you can get pretty artistic with this. Just let your mind go, whatever you want to do. You have other tools available too. You have the highlighter, you have your eraser, you have your ruler. Even if you want nice straight lines, you can get pretty intense with this, with basic tools no less. And that's it. I'm going to press delete to delete my drawing, and I'm going to close it out. And then I'm going to go back into the ink workspace. And then the third and final one is Screen Sketch. Now, Screen Sketch will absolutely be beneficial to the way you present information on your tablet. So it's going to capture your screen and then present it to you again so that you can write over top of it. So if you have, let's close this because I want to see if I can actually bring up something usable here. I guess I can't really think of what article I'd want to bring up. Maybe I should have thought of that in advance, guys. I'm sorry. So let's just use the Google homepage. Okay, so I'm actually going to, let's just leave it as a window. I want to do a quick little screen sketch. I'm going to choose screen sketch. So as you can see, it captured my screen. And now I have those tools up top again that we just saw before. Guys, now we can actually write on this. Isn't that so cool? So I'm going to choose like a bright green. Actually, maybe I want to, let's go like for maximum thickness. Like, I don't know. You can do whatever you want, but you can get the idea. You can actually draw on top of what you're presenting. So if you have an article, if you have PowerPoint slide, anything with graphics or something, you want to circle an aspect or really gain attention on a specific area, you can do the highlighter. Let's highlight in like orange. You want to highlight like a word to really focus on something, you can do that. So you can imagine if you can just picture yourself and your workflow and how you present information, how you can actually incorporate this, you'll find it very beneficial. And then again, you can just hit this garbage can in the upper right-hand corner to delete it, to delete your edits, I should say. And then if you want to save it, you can press a disk, or you can just close the window again. That's it. Now, if you remember in the settings, I assigned Screen Sketch to a button on the back of my pen. So I pressed it one time, and then it came back up again. So you can just practice even just bringing up your Screen Sketch and then hitting the X in the upper right-hand corner. You don't have to save any of your edits or anything. It's very, very quick. And if you really just want to get a point across for a couple seconds, you can do that. And that's it. So I hope you found this very informative. I hope the Screen Sketch was jaw-dropping. And if you have any questions or comments, let us know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.